Hello, and thank you for exploring Lakehead International's videos. My name is Jordan, and I am the International New and Social Media Officer. I'm also the host of the Lakehead International Live series, a fun and informative way for you to connect with current international students, professors, and ask questions about admissions and everything Lakehead. You are about to watch a recording from one of our previous live sessions. If any questions arise throughout the video, please do not hesitate to comment below. If you would like to check out some of our upcoming live sessions, please head over to our website at lakeheadu.ca/international-live. Let's begin.
Hello and welcome to another Lakehead International Live. My name is Jordan. I'll be your host today. I'm also joined by my colleague, Patrick Carr, my co-host. In just a moment here, we will introduce ourselves. But I want to thank our audience once again for joining us, whether you're joining in your morning, afternoon, evening. We really appreciate your time. And of course, today's session is going to focus on finding your program and navigating the program options here at Lakehead University. So before we get started, once again, my name is Jordan. I am the International New and Social Media Officer. I help run live events, digital experiences, social media here at Lakehead International, as well as our Global Ambassador Program. I'll pass it over to Patrick and then we'll get started.
Good morning, Jordan, and good afternoon and good evening to all of our students joining us overseas. Like Jordan said, my name is Patrick Carr. I am one of the international recruitment officers here at Lakehead University. I traditionally work with students out of the Middle East, Africa, as well as the Caribbean, but I'm happy to be here today to answer any questions and talk about finding the right fit for your program. So academically at Lakehead, we have a number of programs. Lakehead is a comprehensive university. And what we mean by that, just to start off, is that we have a number of undergraduate or bachelor programs. So these are for students who have completed high school or secondary school, or potentially college transfer. We also, as a university, offer master's programs, graduate programs, so master's and PhD programs. And these are for students who have either completed their undergraduate or potentially completed a master's degree program. We also have an in-house English language program. So if you're coming to us from a country where you did not study in English, or you want to improve your English skills and prepare for academic studies, you can take that at Lakehead University as well. Lakehead offers 10 faculties here at our institution. In no particular order, we have a faculty of business administration, a faculty of engineering, a very large faculty of science and environmental studies, a really unique faculty of natural resources management. If you're interested in being a teacher, we have a faculty of education that can help you with that. I myself am a graduate of the Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities. And many of my friends graduated from the Faculty of Health and Behavioral Sciences. We also have non-direct entry faculties in law and medicine, which we'll chat about throughout the presentation. And then coordinating all of that is a faculty of graduate studies for all of those master's and PhD programs. So let's look at the full list of undergraduate programs. There's a lot on your screen right now. I'd encourage you to visit our website to learn more about each of these programs. And keep in mind that even within all of these different majors, there are different concentrations, specializations, and ways to do double majors potentially, or a major and a minor. So lots of flexibility even within this list. Jordan,
Awesome.
I think,
Patrick, I'll jump in and I'll add to that. A good example would actually be business, which I'm a proud graduate of our Honors Bachelor of Commerce program here at Lakehead University. And so our business program is a prime example of, although we list it as a single program here, there's actually 8 different majors that you can select from on the Thunder Bay campus, or 2 majors on the Aurelia campus. And so that just goes to show you the flexibility in terms of how you're able to carve your own degree essentially, or craft your own experience here at Lakehead University. We always talk about how important it is to have that flexibility and pursue your passions so that you're most successful in the field of study you've chosen. But also it's really important for you to be able to have that flexibility in terms of a work-life balance. And so if you want to pursue certain courses that are electives because you know they're going to meld well with your schedule, or it's something that you're really excited about, there's a lot of flexibility in most of our programs. And we were actually just diving into that over the past few weeks as I've met with faculties and talked about that interdisciplinary study. Our professors have really emphasized how important it is to also look into other fields of study, because at the end of the day, although you may be working on a regular basis with your professors and your classmates that you see quite often, in the real world, you're going to be working with people from all sorts of majors. Patrick and I are a perfect example. I'm a business graduate and he's a humanities graduate, yet we are working in a very similar fashion. And so being able to understand and have a different perspective or a different way of thinking is so important. So that's why we always encourage sort of that interdisciplinary studies, which are significant opportunities in our undergraduate offerings, to say the least.
For sure.
Patrick, did you have anything else to add, or did you want to chat about grad programs also?
Let's move on to grad programs, because we're going to deep dive into a number of these programs here, or faculties rather. So at the graduate level, we offer both master's and PhD programs. Masters can be a mix of course-based masters, thesis-based masters, or project-based, and they're in a variety of fields. And so as an example, we have a great MBA program that's 12 months or 16 months, and it's mostly course-based work. We have course-based masters in computer science and engineering, whereas in the Faculty of Education, we have both a course-based and thesis-based masters. So just a variety of options for students. Moving into the doctoral programs, a handful of doctoral programs. Doctoral programs are rather unique. They are research focused and for sure, and it does require connecting with the faculty ahead of time.
Awesome, thanks, Patrick. I'll jump into Faculty of Business Administration, but I'll leave it to you to actually speak to.
For sure. So as Jordan mentioned, we do have a great business school here. The first thing I like to talk about is how it's internationally accredited. So it does have what's called the AACSB accreditation, which really means for you, the applicant, that Lakehead's degree, your future degree, is recognized as an elite business school degree around the world. And I think that's really important. Our business program is structured in a way in which that the first 2 years, you study a little bit of all aspects of business, giving you a foundational knowledge and really allowing you to explore the different options of business and the industry. And then as you enter your final 2 years, that's when you start to specialize in one of our 8 different majors here at the Thunder Bay campus. The business program does have what's called co-op, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in depth later in the presentation, but that is a paid workplace opportunity. And the style of learning in the Faculty of Business is what's called a case-based learning style, which just really provides students with a real world problems that they work collaboratively to solve, applying knowledge from a theoretical perspective. And Jordan, did you want to chat about the Ingenuity Makerspace? It's a newer space on campus, and I know you visited not too long ago.
Yeah, of course. So the Ingenuity Makerspace, is actually Lakehead University's very first business incubator. And so it actually assists students from all faculties, from all disciplines. Of course, naturally, business administration students have a deep connection to this makerspace, but once again, it is open to all students at the Lakehead University Thunder Bay campus, where you can actually get supports and services related to starting up your own business, prototyping products, all that sort of stuff. So the photo here actually shows you the makerspace aspect of it, where you have access to 3D printers, laser cutters, and high-tech technology to again help you with those prototypes, or whether you're looking to expand something, this is sort of your hub. On the other side, in a previous photo on this slide, we saw the exterior or the main business side of things. So where you can actually rent a desk, or you have meeting rooms that you can book out and meet. So the cost of starting a business can be quite large, of course, considering if you need your own physical space for an office, for a meeting location with potential clients. All that's covered within the incubator space. And also, like I said, we have supports built in. So we have somebody who manages the entire unit, and they are more than happy to help you in your journey. And then we also have really exciting case competitions. We often host competitions where students across Thunder Bay will come and pitch their ideas. It's called Pitch It, and they'll actually pitch their business models and their ideas to a panel of guest judges that are in the business world. And then from there, the guest panel of judges will actually select a few businesses to move on and receive funding. And so with that being said, there are also opportunities where you can receive funding towards your business. On that, I'll pass it back to Patrick, who's going to chat about engineering.
Right. So the Faculty of Engineering is definitely one of our more popular faculties here at Lakehead. It is a program that is approved by Engineers Canada, and uniquely to Lakehead is all of our engineering students graduate with both a 4-year university diploma, as well as our university degree, as well as a 2-year technical diploma, all inside of 4 years. And so that is, 2 certifications that really makes our students very competitive upon graduation. At the undergraduate level, we have 5 majors of engineering: chemical, civil, electrical, mechanical, and software. And so those are our 5 undergraduate programs. And engineering students do have the option to do co-op, just like our business students. Relatively new to Lakehead, launched in the last couple of years, is our Bachelor of Engineering plus MBA program. And so this program allows students to get their 4-year university degree in engineering, as well as our MBA program, all within 5 years. It's quite an intensive program from what I understand, as you start taking some graduate level courses before the completion of your undergraduate degree, but it is a really great option for those engineers looking to add that business aspect to their education.
Patrick, I'll add in here too. I know that in the creation of this, it essentially looked at the fact that a lot of our engineer graduates were immediately going right into an MBA here at Lakehead. And so by formalizing this pathway, it actually allowed those same students that are passionate about business and recognizing that they can use their practical skills with an engineering degree, but also they want to apply it, whether starting an own firm, going into the business world, or being on more of the sales side of engineering per se. They decided to then combine it, like you said, in that 4th and 5th year, you're doing both of those degrees simultaneously. And so it's really interesting to see these students pursuing both of those at the same time, because they're being able to learn and pick up new knowledge from MBA while still leaning on their diploma that they've already earned within engineering, and they will continue to earn their degree towards the end of the 5 years.
For sure.
So I'll pass it back to you and we'll chat about science and environmental studies.
Yeah, it's a large faculty, Jordan. The Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies is where we house a number of programs, all of our traditional sciences, so things like biology, chemistry, mathematics, physics, and computer science are all housed here, as well as others. One of the great things about studying at Lakehead is we do have state-of-the-art labs. You can see one here. Jordan, do you know which lab this particularly is by chance?
The name is quite long, but it's the instrumentations lab. That's the simple version I know.
Okay.
And I do know that actually this machine in particular, in other universities, typically it's grad students. So even at the highest level, PhD students and master's students that are working on these machines. But I know for a fact that our undergrad students are quite often working on these machines and getting this hands-on learning experience that's second to none in many cases.
Yeah, and that's really reflected in us being named the #1 undergraduate research university many years in a row, is that our students do get that access to those advanced labs. Also, though, at Lakehead, we're very blessed to have an amazing natural environments on our campus and even just off our campus. On our Thunder Bay campus, for example, at the center of campus is Lake Tamlin, which connects to a river system, the McIntyre River System, where biology students can use as an outdoor lab space. And our faculty do an excellent job of getting students involved in both our indoor and outdoor labs, as we call them. So it's really a great opportunity for students. And a lot of our programs in this faculty offer focused degree specializations. So for example, looks like a computer science moment, as our computer science degree offers a specialization in game design. So you have that opportunity to really focus in at Lakehead on something that matters to you to build towards the career path that you envision for yourself. And many programs within this faculty do offer degree specializations.
I know one popular example would be applied life sciences, as well as like our biologies
Yeah.
and our concentrations in neuroscience and animal concentration.
Yeah.
Those are just a few that come to my mind right now. Of course, now is the time that all of them are slipping my mind, but I know them regularly quite well.
Yeah.
So next we're going to chat about the faculty of, if my slides want to work for me, natural resources management.
Perfect. That Faculty of Natural Resources Management is at the core of what Lakehead University does. It is actually one of the is the oldest faculty on our campus, or is tied for that. In NRM, Natural Resources Management, all of our students study all aspects of natural resources management within the first 2 years, and then after that they start to specialize in one of 6 different degree major programs that focus in on forestry management, conservation, and a few other topics. This program is really at the core of what Lakehead does, because around Lakehead University, there is a large natural resources management environment and economy. So there's lots of jobs in this field. And really the faculty highlights our experiential learning opportunities. You can see here that we're actually doing some drone piloting out, that's Lake Superior behind us, I believe. And we're piloting a drone. And so we're using cutting edge technology to really prepare our students for the industry.
Certainly. And I just had my webinar with the Faculty of Natural Resources Management, and I was lucky enough to have the Dean, Alf Renison, join me for that. And he talked about how he's really focused in and invested in those technologies that our students are often using on a regular basis, because he recognizes that the typical view of a natural resources management program is that you're going to get your hands dirty and you're going to be in the bush the whole time, or you're going to be in the forest. And that is the case. And sometimes your field school, you will certainly be in and around the bush, but also going into some of the sawmills that we have in the local area, or in our provincial and national network, as well as our international network. There's plenty of opportunities here to do those field schools, both locally or internationally. But he also said that building in that technology, oftentimes our graduates are leaving Lakehead University, going into the work field and bringing knowledge that no one in that work field has learned quite yet. So they're constantly evaluating what is the newest technology that our industry is using, and how can we implement it within our teachings. And so I'm really excited about where this will continue to go in terms of the ever-evolving realm of technologies used in natural resources management.
Sure. So chatting about the Faculty of Education, this is really a unique faculty. If you are interested in becoming a teacher from anywhere from kindergarten to all the way up through high school and secondary school, Lakehead does have the option for you. At Lakehead, we have 2 kind of streams for education. Very popular is our concurrent education program, in which you combine a arts degree or an arts and science degree or a science degree with your education degree, pursuing both simultaneously. And during that program, you have over 100 days of placement, which means you are gaining that very practical knowledge and those classroom management skills, those lesson planning skills, with a preceptor who supervises your work. And we work with over 50 school boards throughout the province of Ontario to place students for those placements. So a lot of great opportunities. Also available in this faculty is a consecutive education program, which is a 2-year degree if you already have an undergraduate degree and want to pursue becoming a teacher. That is also an option. And then perhaps I'll talk about my own faculty. So I myself am a graduate of the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities, and I am my major was political science. However, this is a faculty where you can combine many different majors, including but not limited to English, history, philosophy, political science, and a number of others. And Lakehead is actually in the top 10 for undergraduate studies in this faculty. So we're quite proud of that. It really was a great learning experience for me as a political science grad. One thing I loved about my program was the very intimate nature of my classes. Some of my 3rd and 4th year classes were discussion-based classes, where you were expected to bring your own knowledge and experiences to the classroom, be prepared with doing your readings. But then in a classroom of less than 15 students, you really did get a chance to engage with your peers and the professor in a meaningful way to kind of build your opinions and your knowledge through discussion. So definitely a lot of great opportunities here.
I'll add on to that, Patrick, and I'll say that Lakehead University on a whole actually is really proud to offer small classroom environments for all of our students. And so 90% of Lakehead University's classrooms have less than 60 students, and 60% of our classrooms have less than 30 students. But going back to what you said about having those discussion-based courses in your third and fourth year, I think that's a really common offering within our programs when you look
100%.
at sort of those final year courses, especially when they're quite specialized in terms of what your major is going to be or maybe what your minor is going to be. You're having classrooms where you're one-on-one with the professor, as well as maybe 10, 15 other students in your classroom. And so going from a business program where some of my classes on a regular basis were upwards of 50 and 60 students, to then going down to my fourth and final year at Lakehead in marketing. I often had classes that were very intimate, where you got a lot of one-on-one with your professor, but also you got to know your classmates really well. So I felt more comfortable in sharing and speaking during those sessions. So something that I'm really excited about in terms of what we can offer to future students.
For sure. For sure. And Jordan, did you just meet with our Faculty of Humanities this week?
I did, yes. So yesterday I met with them, and they actually were sort of expanding on the combining majors for me, and the fact that a lot of our humanities degrees do offer opportunities where in your first year you will certainly take courses related to your degree, but you also have a lot of electives that you get to select in that first year, and then that will help you explore and navigate whether or not maybe you've made the best selection, or if you have other passions that you want to pursue simultaneously. And then, like I said, in your third and fourth year, towards the end of your degree, is really where you'll focus in on that degree. So whether you're doing history or political science, you will focus in on those courses more intensely in your final years compared to that first year, where it's that broad offering. And once again, that allows you that flexibility where you can carve your own degree. Your experience and the person beside you does not need to be the same, because you will never take the exact same classes per se. And so we always want you to pursue something you're going to be successful in, you're going to be passionate about. Awesome. So I'll take over from here, and I'll chat about the Faculty of Health and Behavioral Sciences, another very popular faculty here at Lakehead University. We do have 5 academic departments within the faculty, and all of our courses within this faculty actually are quite amazing at putting their theory into practice through labs and internships and placements. So the photo on your screen is actually a group of nursing students in our nursing simulation lab. And so that's just one way that they get to start having that hands-on nursing experience in a controlled environment on our campus in the nursing simulation lab. But these students will also be going into our regional healthcare system. So typically they'll go over to our Thunder Bay Regional Health Sciences Center. And so that's actually literally across the street from Lakehead University. It's a couple-minute walk from our main campus buildings. And so our students are often doing placements there, whether they're in the emergency, the pediatrics, the oncology, whatever floor they might be on within the hospital. They're getting that hands-on experience, what it's like being a nurse in the real world, while also, of course, still being able to apply that theory they've picked up over the last couple of months and years. They are putting that into practice. While I'm here and talking about nursing, I want to mention that Lakehead University is really proud to accept international students into our nursing program. And we also are really proud to offer first-year students that same placement opportunity. Oftentimes in larger universities, you'll see those nursing students get into real-world environments and practice in their second and third year, whereas Lakehead, we try and do that right within your first year, and typically within either the end of your first semester or your second semester. Another thing to chat about is our connection with community partners. And so our connection with community partners goes to speak to some of those healthcare providers within our system. So whether it is the hospital, whether it's a long-term care home, whether, for example, it's our St. Joseph's Care Group hospitals, there's a lot of opportunities to get involved and also to apply your knowledge through potentially part-time work as well. Programs within health and behavioral sciences are often viewed as pre-med programs, and we certainly have seen great success in our graduates of these programs moving into a medical school. And so whether they're going to pursue medicine at the Faculty of Medicine here at Lakehead University or NASM, or if they want to take their degree from Lakehead University and apply elsewhere, we've seen great success in both cases. Rounding it off here with the Faculty of Graduate Studies, to mention what Patrick had talked about, we do offer course-based masters, thesis-based masters, project-based masters, and all of our opportunities here are very collaborative. And so whether you'll be working on a regular basis with your supervisor, another professor within your unit, or potentially a fellow grad student or undergrads, again, we always like to talk about how our undergraduate students are heavily involved in our experiential learning opportunities. So whether it is participating in research opportunities or potentially assisting in a paid placement or a paid co-op experience. Similar to that, graduate studies does that because they're oftentimes leading those undergrad students in those experiential learning opportunities. And so it can be naturally very collaborative in terms of what you're often doing. And like we mentioned, we were going to briefly chat about our non-direct entry faculties. So we have the Faculty of Law, which is Boer-Laskin, and we have our Faculty of Medicine, which is NASM, or Northern Ontario School of Medicine. And so between these two, we offer that fully comprehensive outlook for our students. Next, we're going to chat about the Cooperative Advantage. So the Cooperative Advantage is actually a formal work placement within your academic program. That placement can range from 4 to 16 months, and it can also range from when you take it. It could be in your second year, your third year, not typically offered in your fourth and final year, because we do want you to come back and end off your degree here at Lakehead University. But that range of month terms could actually be whether you do multiple summers in a row, so 4 months for multiple summers, or if you take a year off of school and you do a full 8 months, or you potentially do the full 16 months. There's a lot of flexibility here. Depending on what route you take, it may extend your program slightly, but once again, this is a paid experience. And so our students are often earning between $20 and $25 per hour on average. And you do not pay academic tuition fees to Lakehead University while doing this experience. You do pay an administrative fee to our Student Success Center, who helps facilitate and coordinate and supervise the entire experience, but that fee is quite nominal. And of course, because it's a paid experience, you will be earning money that then goes back to your cost of living and your academic expenses. And we're very proud to be partnered with over 140 international and national partners. Some of those partners include IBM, HSBC, Honda, Bombardier, Amazon, RBC, and then more of our local companies include Newmont Gold Corp, as well as our Thunder Bay Regional Health Sciences Center. Of course, this is not an exhaustive list of all the partners and places our students have worked with before, but it gives you a good idea. You may be asking yourself, I'm interested, or you may be saying, I'm really, really excited about cooperative education. So the programs that offer co-op include our Honors Bachelor of Commerce in Thunder Bay and Orillia. There are select degrees or majors that offer it though. We also have our computer science program, both at the honors or the bachelor, as well as our master's level on our Thunder Bay campus. We also have our Lakehead Georgian program. So Lakehead University is a formal partnership between Lakehead University and Georgian College, and we offer degree diploma programs in 4 years. And so computer science is one of them, and we have a co-op experience built into that. We also offer co-op at our master's level of economics, engineering. I won't read all of them that offer it, but there's quite a few here. Again, engineering at Lakehead Georgian. And then we have environmental management, environmental sustainability, forestry, kinesiology, and physics. And so if you are interested in cooperative education and you want to learn more about, how it will play a role in your program or your degree, please connect with our recruitment advisors. They are more than happy to chat with you about that. And then of course, if you would also like to connect directly with our faculty or your future program chair, you can certainly connect to them using Lakehead University's faculty and staff directory. So on that note about getting that experience, that paid experience, we also recognize that students are probably going to be working while they study. And so whether that's through an experience and opportunity offered by Lakehead University for our graduate students, you have opportunities to become a graduate assistantship, pardon me. And with that being said, there are limited opportunities in that case, but we also go above and beyond, and our Student Success Center at Lakehead University always offers career and job fairs. They also have career services where they do career advising and job preparation. We also offer resume workshops to all of our students. And we have the exclusive Lakehead University Job Bank where employers are posting on a regular basis jobs that they would love Lakehead students for. And so on that note about supporting students and some of our support services, I'll first chat about our international student supports, which include international advising, international study permit advising, personal counseling and guidance, new student international orientation, free airport pickup excursions. As well, in our Thunder Bay campus, we have the International Student Lounge, which has satellite TV, gaming systems, and a coffee bar. So these are just a few of the supports that we know are focused in on our international audiences, but we also have so many other supports here for you at Lakehead University. Those include the Student Success Center and Student Central, as well as Student Accessibility, Student Health and Counseling Center, Security Services, our Student Union, Campus Tech and Bookstore, as well as the Office of Human Rights. The two on the left here, Student Success Center and Student Central, I'll expand on just briefly. So Student Success Center, they focus in on orientation and that first year experience. They also offer regular seminars, workshops, tutoring programs, and success advising. Like I mentioned, they also do the career and cooperative education services, and they have writing centers and math assistance centers. So for our students that may be looking to improve their writing techniques or their essay skills, or they're looking for assistance with their math problems, I don't blame you. I struggled with statistics in my first year of business. And so this is a really great resource for you. For our students that are looking for that overall enrollment aspect, you can head over to Student Central, and they help with academic advising, records and registration, enrollment services, student awards and financial aid, and undergraduate admissions. So we like to call it our one-stop shop for enrollment services. And so whether you are looking for those records, if you're looking for academic advising, or maybe you want to make a program change, you all would go to Student Central, in most cases at least.
Thank you for checking out today's video. If you have any questions, you can always comment below. Stay connected and follow us on our social media channels to stay informed about upcoming webinars and get an insider sneak peek of Lakehead University. See you next time.